Hi, I'm not getting gameplay footage for this. Sorry if I sound tired. I just got off a VR chat game for the last few hours, but it's the 3rd of June, and I want to make this video. The TF2 community has decided on June 3rd to try to send a message to Valve that they need to fucking fix the game. And I figure I might as well throw my hat into the ring. Team Fortress 2 was a game that I'd argue raised me. I've played it for hours and hours. I would pour allowance into it. I've probably put almost 1,000 into it with just allowance. Playing the game, learning that I love to main pyro, getting better at medic, learning some of the bitch basics of rocket jumping, which I'm still terrible at. Playing man versus machine, learning about the man mode and how I could win big money from my Steam wallet. Being excited to play the Halloween updates, enjoying playing casual, and I'd argue even with no updates, and the same content for years, even though Heavy could really use some new weapons or a reef balance, I'd argue the game was in a good, okay state. All I really hoped for was maybe a man versus machine update in the future, a Heavy update in the future, or maybe both at once. Instead, we were met with radio silence. And then bots began to flood the game. And I'll be honest with you, I have not played TF2 consistently in 2 years. I played it for a few weeks, months back, and just stopped playing because the only way to play is Uncletopia. For any of you who don't know, Uncletopia is a community server ran by a TF2 YouTuber, Uncle Dane, that is just simply a way to get away from the bots. And look, I tried not to get aggressive in my videos, but I'm gonna be here with Valve, because enough of being friendly to Valve, in my opinion. You fucking cocksuckers are making a person who simply wants to make content about the game on YouTube and just wants to play the fucking game have to run the servers, only with money from donations, mind you, so they can play your fucking game. People have been running servers on your fucking game just so they can play the game you made. You fuckers could try to fix this. Look, maybe the anti-cheat can never be fixed. I'm willing to accept that as a valid argument. It might not be able to be fixed. But I'd like to think with your fucking budget, you can at least attempt it. But for the love of God, at the least, unmute free-to-plays. Team Fortress 2's main appeal was that it was free to play. The only things you had to do to really level up in the game was earn achievements, and there's countless workshop maps if you don't even want to do that, to just get you all those weapons. Cosmetics are optional. They just make your character look goofy, and that's it. But unless you put $5 into a free-to-play game, you cannot communicate in a team-based shooter. And if players aren't aware of this, imagine your first experience being joining a TF2 game, and first thing you're met with is spinbot snipers on both your and the enemy's team just spamming racial slurs and loud noises. And for some reason, they can use the chat, they can use their mics, but you can't because your account doesn't have permission. For fuck's sake, free-to-plays can even yell for medic or yell spy. At the minimum, let them use voice commands. I don't care if the game never gets a new update. I don't care if we only get community maps. I don't care if Heavy is stuck the way he is. I couldn't give a fuck. I just want to be able to play the damn game. This game, to me, means a lot. I know that sounds dumb, that some fucking pixels on a screen means something to me. But this game is just truly a game I love. Although, I will admit, the TF2 community has its problems. I will 100% accept that. For some reason, this community seems to have an issue with YouTubers that dedicate themselves to playing TF2, leaving TF2, calling them traitors, but look at the state of your game, do you blame them? Or acting like the game is very, very, very well played when half of the player base is bots. And in reality, that number is really small because if a new player joins, they're met with just dog shit. Basically meaning the only people who play are people that already played. For some reason, this community seems to normalize just being racist or toxic, which I think should not be normalized in the slightest. As much as I'll admit the community is flawed, I think there's talent. There are talented SFM artists, countless talented weapons and maps on the workshop, beautiful source filmmaker films. I mean, Emesis Blue. If you got rid of the TF2 plot, that could be a horror film on its own. The TF2 community, although maybe the numbers are small, we exist. And as of recording, 100,973 of us are fucking tired of having to put up with this bullshit. Community servers have been our only way to play, and they're community servers. They aren't always guaranteed to just be good old TF2. I shouldn't have to rely on a community-ran server only supported by donations to play your fucking game. The fact YouTubers like him and things like other community servers only exist so we can play the game you made is fucking stupid. You made TF2. Make it playable. Fix TF2.